mode.
Hi everyone, this is Tom Lane, the Vice President of Marketing for DM2 Software. I'd like to welcome everybody to today's Sage CRM meets SQL Data Warehouse Reporting webcast. Before I introduce our presenter, I want to go over a few quick housekeeping rules. Because of the large number of attendees that we have on the webinar today, we've got everybody's phones muted. If you do have any questions throughout the course of the presentation, in the lower right, you'll see a question chat window. You can just enter your questions there. And at the end of the presentation, we'll have some time to answer any questions. If we run out of time and aren't able to answer everyone's questions, we'll follow up with everybody via email after the webcast. The other thing I wanted to mention is we are recording today's webcast. As soon as the recording is available, we'll put it on the customer content page of our website and send everyone a link to be able to get at that so they can review it or share it with anyone who might not be able to attend today's meeting. And on that note, I'd like to introduce today's presenter, Karen Benefield. Karen is a professional service consultant here at DM2, and she is also a Sage CRM certified consultant. She's gone through several classes to get that certification, and she really is our in-house expert on Sage CRM. On that note, I will turn it over to Karen.
Thank you very much, Tom, and thank everyone for attending Sage CRM Meets SQL Data Warehouse. For me personally, Sage CRM has been an incredible new adventure, and I'm excited to introduce the next wave or next phase of development by DM2. If you guys are having any challenges hearing, please just put it in your chat window. Okay. For years now, our customers have found high value in using our SQL Data Warehouse push from mass for reporting purposes. This allows for fast reporting of normalized sales data and other key mass data tables using Excel tools that we're familiar with all the time. If you don't have this running and you don't have your SQL Data Warehouse, please contact DM2 and we'll be glad to work with you to get that going. I know it's a very powerful piece of information. You might ask what normalized sales file data is. If you're familiar with crystal reporting or doing queries outside directly on the mass data, you know that there's some linking that's going on, and sometimes that's just not easy for everyone to do. The data can be very tricky. So with the SQL push, the SQL Data Warehouse push, it removes those challenges of linking unfriendly tables. Now we take it a step further of bringing this value-added information and relating it to Sage CRM information for forecasting, pipeline, opportunities, communications, activities with your customers and prospects called touches. Touches is a new buzzword in the industry. In the sales and marketing world, and there's many articles all over the internet, and our customers are going to all kinds of awesome sales trainings, and touches is what is considered to close a sale successful. So it's all about touches, and we call those communications and activities in CRM. While Sage CRM does a great job of capturing the activity by a customer, many times we need to see a higher picture. The managers, the sales managers, and the owners need to be able to pull all that separate information into one place, allowing them to be better coachers, understand what the challenges are that the salespeople are having, and be able to help and guide them to more successful closing deals. In addition, we have had many customers request to see actual sales dollars and gallons in Sage CRM by customer, by company, by business line or product line. With the power of SQL as the driving force for Sage CRM, we have developed a new tab in CRM, reading from your SQL Data Warehouse tables for booked sales. So we're actually taking that jump from mass of that sales data that you may have to do reporting on or crystal reporting and putting it into CRM where the issues of connectivity have been eliminated from CRM being a web-based program. We're seeing great success from the salespeople on this. The power of Sage CRM and tools like Microsoft SQL and Excel allow you to get all the information you need for success. It gives you greater insight into your current activities with your salespeople, greater information to assist in coaching and greater visibility in future pipeline. Those are all key to survival in this industry. Forecasting. Forecasting is a standard feature in Sage CRM. Previously, we would have to keep our forecast goals outside, maybe in Excel, and then try to marry those up with sales that we pull out of Mass. Now we can capture that data directly in Sage CRM, and it allows us to do analysis on the forecasting goals to actual very easily and quickly. And it also would be right there on the CRM screen by customer for salespeople to see what his goals are and where he's falling short. Okay, this is a quick sample of the SQL Data Warehouse that's available to you today. Many customers have this in production and are using it very successfully. And you can see it's not limited to sales. It's AP, AR, inventory. There's a tremendous amount of information you can get from that mass push. So if you don't have that running today, please contact us and we'll be glad to help you with it. Alrighty. Next, waves. Waves are a term in CRM for a marketing campaign. So we're kind of coining off of that term and using this cool new wave. And this is our new mass data tab that we can add onto your system. And you can very quickly see, a salesperson can very quickly see what's going on with the trends period over period for each of the business lines, or maybe each of your product lines. Whatever you choose, we can set it up that way. And as you can see here, this is all about their card lock sales, 2006 over 2007, and you can see where trends started going down. And so you might be asking yourself, well, we need to go a little bit deeper, and we're going to see that in just a moment. This is the business line of equipment, lubes. And I know that the screens are sometimes very hard to read, so that's why we want to make sure that it's up there on our website for you guys to pull it down. But if you notice that these figures are actually underlined because they're hyperlinked into detail you'll see in just a moment. But you can certainly see some trends going on here. This is a bobtail and truck and trailer. And of course, we have our grand totals at the bottom. On the screen, this is one rolling, continuous screen. You don't actually have to pop between each of the business lines. And here's our period over period trends. And I've highlighted here that we can start seeing where things might be not going in the direction we'd like them to go. So with the hyperlinks, we can quickly click on them and be able to drill down to the details. And here's our details. We've got the ship to name, the business line, the actual invoice. Now salespeople can drill down and see exactly what happened on the invoice itself. The product description coming straight out of your mass inventory system, the quantity that was sold, the price, the gross margin extension, and the gross margin per unit. Now we understand that every business titles their information differently. So it's very flexible. The setup is very flexible that you can change the column titles to meet what you guys use in your current system. And with this, salespeople feel like they are no longer in the dark and they can make better selling decisions. This gives them the information that many of them, I can quote some salespeople that say, many of them say, this is what we've needed for so long. We can now get a picture instead of waiting a month for some commission reporting, and then by that time it's too late and they've really left a lot of money on the table or they've sold below cost. It gives them a really quick picture, and this is live from the mass data push. Okay. I have many managers and owners that have asked the questions, how do I know what progress my salespeople are making? Now that we're using this awesome program of CRM, how do I get what I need? How do I know that they're making their goals? How do I know they're growing their book of business? And how do I know they're growing their pipeline? These are all questions that we get from managers once their CRM system is in. They really wanted to know this information prior to implementing Sage CRM, but now they know the information is there and they're really itching to get to it. Okay, so with creating some additional views off the SQL table and marrying those things like opportunities and activities, we're able to push that information out into an Excel using pivot tables and allow you to slice and dice all the information, all the different ways that you need to. This isn't a program that's written. We simply provide you the data and allow you to take it to that next level, whatever your business needs are. So it's not a hard-coded report that you're stuck with, that you cannot manipulate the data. It's all there. It's an Excel pivot table, and you can do all the awesome things you want to do with it. So this is a sample of the data that we pulled out for the opportunities that they have created in 2011. And you can see that Bobby Joe Rankin has 34, 37, 38, and 109 in progress. He's only lost 8. That's pretty good. So he looks like he's doing well. If we look at Mark, Mark's not doing so well. He doesn't have a lot of opportunities in progress. So we might want to drill down with Mark and see what's going on. And of course, there's a lot of lost business that Mark has not been able to get the deals on. So what as a manager I would be asking myself is, what types of these opportunities are that he's lost? What do we need to support him? Do we need product experts? Is he just not having enough communications to close the deals and losing them, therefore letting someone else slip in the door between Mark and the customer? What's really going on? And these are the things that we really need to look at. We can also see all of our salespeople here, and of course, using the filtering, you can limit it to one salesperson or whatever you're looking for. And here we can see some awesome graphing. This is simply Excel tools, nothing magical, no programming, just strictly Excel tools that most of us use every day in our business world. And here we're taking those same created opportunities in 2011, and we're getting a little bit deeper into what's going on. Here we can see Bobby Joe. So we're saying, okay, these guys are not being able to close these deals and they're losing these deals. What is it that's happening? What is it? How many touches are they having? And we have a tremendous amount of customers that are setting communication goals. Maybe a salesperson is spending way too much time of the week on different golfing with outings with customers, and they need to be able to hit more customers in a week. And we should be able to see that when we drill down into the communications by month. So we, like I said, we have customers that are setting communication goals. How many touches with customers per week or per month are you having? I just do want to point out that at one customer that we installed this at, we were looking at their live data, and we were looking at one particular inside salesperson and discovered that most all of their time was spent with one customer, and it was a lifetime customer that they had forever. It also was a personal friend of the inside sales, and so therefore they were able to coach and redirect him onto other opportunities and other customers that needed that communication. So this information can really open your eyes to a lot of what's going on. And you can take it as far as drilling it down by customer. So he's got emails out for Bobtail Business Line for these customers, and you can see, okay, when are we contacting them, how often, and exactly what the call is. And of course, you can go to the communication record and see all the details if they're putting them in there. Very important that we populate CRM with all that vital information. We take it a step further. We look at what communications he's got in the future, what communications he has pending. We should have a pipeline full of pending communications. And I'm going a little bit slow, guys, because I know it's really hard to see, so I want to make sure you have every opportunity so that you can ask questions. Dates of the communications or touches. CRM communications and activity trends. Our managers and owners are wanting to know what they're trending. Are we requesting in August that they make 40 communications a month? Are we seeing them working towards those goals? Are they being successful towards those goals? How do we help them? And now that we have the awesome information from our goals and we have the actual sales in CRM and the SQL tables, now all of this information that our controllers have been spending many years of trying to get this information into Excel from all these different places, now we can successfully pull that information together directly out of the SQL data. I can only envision, though, if we've got those CFOs on the line, how many hours then they're saying, oh, I spent so much time doing this, and now we can just marry this information from all these systems, and it's good to go. The only limit that we've got now on the information here with regard to the sales and the forecasting is limited to your imagination. It's unbelievable the amount of things, the amount of information that you now can create because you have the tools. And then kind of a new feature of CRM that I've been working on recently is the forecasting functionality in CRM. This is a standard functionality that comes stock out of the box with your system. Your system administrator does need to turn it on so that you can use it. And here we can see by quarter, by month, what our forecast, what our goal is, the goals that we've set. And you can really see here, then compared to the opportunities we have in the pipeline, what we've got going. This is the standard opportunities that the salespeople are putting in now. Then the salesperson gets to decide whether it's likely, unlikely, committed, exactly where we need to go from here. This is where the salesperson gets to decide whether it's to be included, committed, likely, or best case into before they press it up to the forecasting to the managers. This is some opportunities by forecast reporting. And of course, we can slice this by the different teams, whether you have a lubricant team or a fuel team. So now that went a lot faster than I intended it to, because normally we have questions in the middle. So now you can, with the Mass Data tab, you can see actual sales dollars by company, by business line, or by product line with period over period comparison, line item detail with sales price, cost, and margin. Now you can use forecasting in Sage CRM to eliminate another side system and compare what's in your pipeline to forecasting goals. And with the addition of the new SQL views combining communications, typo there, activities, opportunities, manage and coach your salespeople, sales department to a higher success rate, meaning more dollars in the bank. So with that, I'll open questions. Tom, are you there?
I am. I haven't seen any questions entered in. Do you see any on your pane there?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, if we don't have any questions, then we could go ahead and move on.
Thank you very much for attending. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much, Karen. You did a very nice job there of showing what we've been able to do by pulling the SQL data out of both Mass and CRM and being able to combine that to give you more insight into what's going on with your sales force. As part of our continuing webinar series, we are scheduling webinars every month. Based on input that we got from our LinkedIn Connections Forum group, we've decided to put on a CardLock Best Practices seminar for next month. So on December 15th at 1:30 Central, we're going to have Emily Naylor, one of our resident CardLock experts, talk about the best practices that we've learned through working with hundreds and hundreds of CardLock marketers. Some of the things she's going to cover is how to set up local, remote, and retail pricing, how to better control your margins, how to set up and maintain network cards, process transactions from multiple networks, and reduce paperwork, and then most importantly, help you prevent fraud and theft at your CardLock site. So we'll be sending out an invitation for that webinar shortly. And as I said, we have recorded today's webinar. We are going to post that on the customer content page of our website. And within a few days, we'll send out a link in an email to everyone who's attended so they can access the recording, review it. And by all means, after you've had a chance to absorb all this, if you have any questions, then you can send them into our sales team, and they'll be happy to answer any questions that you might have. So I want to thank everybody for joining us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month at the CardLock Best Practices webinar. Thank you.